Back to the trial. Okay.
I'm Manomi, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. To think that the person who killed that wonderful my hero, Koizumi, is in this room. Impossible. Impossible. That's so impossible. There's no way I can believe that. I can't do anything. How annoying. But I'm just gonna believe in everyone. That's the least I can do. Everyone, do your best. Don't lose to yourselves, and don't forget to save regularly.
Thanks for the advice, I guess.
Well, now that we've decided to believe Hyoko, now what?
If the killer was luring Hyoko into a trap, then something that was used there might be a clue.
Do you mean the letter?
No, it was probably the gummy.
Huh? Candy can be a clue.
Hey, when you woke up, was the gummy already there?
Now that you mention it, I feel like it wasn't.
Just as I thought.
Just as you thought?
If the killer planted evidence while Hyoko was there, she would have thrown it away if she found it.
Which means the gummy was placed inside the closet after Hyoko fled from the beach house.
The killer returned to the scene of the crime after I left.
They wouldn't have to do something as troublesome as long as they hid somewhere within the beach house.
That's impossible. There's nowhere to hide. I even glanced inside the shower room as I was running away, but there was nobody there.
Then, does that mean the killer came back?
I wonder. At any rate, the solution to that problem is connected to what really happened. That's what I think. I want to play a new game. Oh my god, not more. Okay, dive into your own brain and logically discern the mystery from several questions. The logic dive. You will control a version of yourself created from an image within your brain. Your task is to reach the goal, the final destination of the synapse course. You can move sideways with the left stick and accelerate with the R1 button. Circle to brake, L1 to jump. There will be various obstacles you will encounter as you progress through the course. To make sure you're familiar with these controls, you can reach the goal. In your journey, you will take damage every time you bump into walls. Reaching a certain point, there will be a branching questions in the course. The answers are split into different paths, so please proceed down the path of the answer you think is correct. Branching questions will appear several times in one course. Please be careful. I highly recommend that you make use of the brake. That's my meddlesome advice to you. If you press the options button during the logic dive, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. She's right. This may be a very important problem. If the killer tampered with the evidence after Hyoko ran away from the beach house, when did the killer arrive and depart from the beach house? And if they hid inside the beach house, where would they have been hiding? Hyoko said nobody was hiding in the shower room. Think. If I just focus and think about it, I'm sure I'll be able to find an answer. The surfboard bag. No? Was it not empty? Alright, I'm gonna do it. Like, was there not boards left out and a bag was lying empty? Could that not have been it? Oh god. Okay, so that's brake, that's jump, that's speed up. Okay. I can feel that this is going to be one of these. Actually, it's giving me flashbacks to the Chaos Emerald stages in the original Sonic game. I was terrible at them, so I'm not going to hold my breath for doing very well here either. In fact, question one: what after Hyoko arrived, right? After, because she drugged her, right? Oh, that's a great start. Okay, so before Hyoko arrived. Wait, yeah, no, that would make more sense. You know what? It's best if I just don't. Yeah, never mind. Keep my mouth shut. It's probably the best, right? Question two. No, it was the booster thing. Okay. What's the next question gonna be? Oh, I thought those were questions. They're just checkpoints. Oh, there's three. There's three questions. Okay. Okay, is this a question? When did the killer leave the beach house? After Hyoko left. Right? Yes, that's right. Okay, cool. Alright, what's the third one going to be? Am I supposed to do, what's the point in the jump button? I don't know what the point. Oh, I'm not sure what the point in the jump button is. Where was the killer hiding? The beach house? Where was the beach house? Yeah, I got that one right too. I know what I'm doing. Is that it? Cool. Alright, well, that's that done, I guess. I think they went a bit OTT with the amount of different mini games that they have for these trials. Do you think the killer might have been hiding?
You spent all that time thinking just to say something so pointless. How disappointing. Didn't I just say there was nowhere to hide? Do I have to explain it in another language so you can understand?
Her personality got a hell of a lot more forceful when she stopped being a suspect.
No, there should have been a place for them to hide. A place you didn't look, Hiyoko.
What are you saying? Stop being annoying or I'm gonna make a cannon bop you on the head and shut you up for good.
I really don't want that to happen to me. I need to answer by any means. The place where the killer was hiding. The place where Hiyoko wasn't looking. Wait, the drinks cabinet. No. No, it was... The drinks were empty. Was she hiding the weapon in the drinks cabinet? Whoever it was. He, she, they, it. I'm gonna go with the closet. Because I still think it was the bags, surf bags. The killer was probably hiding in the closet.
The closet? That's where I was locked up.
After you woke up, you said you rushed out of there, right? Then you probably didn't look inside the closet very carefully. But could two people even hide in such a small space? And without Hiyoko knowing? That's why the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place. If the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place in advance, I can only think of one place. That's right. The place where the killer was hiding inside the closet was... Dun dun dun. Here. What about the surfboard case in the closet? I'm pretty certain they could have hidden in there.
Huh? Inside the surfboard case?
But the shelf it was on, it was pretty messy, don't you think? Two surfboards were stacked on the top shelf, and there were surfboards that weren't even in a case. The killer probably did it on purpose to secure a hiding spot. Because we haven't been on the island that long, so the closet shouldn't have been that messy, I think.
Then, the killer was close to me during that time?
Yeah, they were quietly holding their breath and hiding very close to you.
It's kind of like in for a penny, in for a pound, so to speak. Don't you mean it's always darkest under the lighthouse? I shouldn't say things I don't understand, like so to speak.
Anyways, the killer hid silently, and after making sure Hiyoko left, they finally left the surfboard case.
I agree with that as well. Seriously, nobody asked what you think. There's no way the killer would leave Hiyoko by herself if they were trying to frame her. If Hiyoko was left alone and ruined the evidence the killer had planted, he would have messed up their plan. Instead, it makes more sense to think that the killer was hiding in the beach house, watching Hiyoko. Say whatever you want, even if we didn't ask. Alright, if you don't want to frickin' get punched, just stand still and let me punch you. Oh, you've shut up. Then grit your teeth. Sorry, Akane, it's not like that. Hey, Monokuma, can I ask you something that seems strange to me?
I believe Prince Shitoku was from the future. A man from the future is always directing the flow of history.
I'll listen to your story about men from the future some other time. As I recall, the body discovery announcement is made when 3 or more people discover a body, right? Is the killer also included among those 3 or more people?
Yeah, that's true, but... Well, something like that is basically what it's supposed to be.
You don't sound very articulate.
Jeez, you're pretty annoying for noticing something like that. I know it sounds like an excuse, but the body discovery announcement isn't supposed to be used for deduction. It's intended to create a fair trial. It's supposed to let everyone know a body has been found.
So you're saying it's unfortunate that I used it for deduction? I understand your excuse, but depending on who actually found the body, it's possible that your 3 or more people rule could be deadly.
Well, as long as I keep things ambiguous, I can respond to situations with some flexibility.
Flexibility, huh? So what about it this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Geez, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
Which means 3 people other than the killer discovered Mihiru's body.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I just thought it was somewhat strange. More importantly, let's go back to our original topic. You're the one who went on a tangent.
We were just saying the killer was hiding in the surfboard case, right?
And after Hiyoko ran away, the killer got to enjoy the simple life of destroying evidence.
However, before we proceed... Oh, his 4 Dark Divas of Destruction are out. However, before we proceed any further, there's something we have to make clear. The killer blocked the roadside door with my hero's body before Hyoko ran away. But what about the blood?
Now that you mention it, that mystery hasn't been solved yet. It's gonna be alright. If you guys have come this far, I'm sure you can discover that answer too. Now, let's start the argument, shall we?
Okay, so for the final feature, non-stop debates, you will now be able to use the truth flashback. If you hold down the triangle button, the shape of the reticle will change. If you aim at the remark's weak spot and keep that in position, you'll be able to memorize it. The memorized phrase can only be fired once as a single truth bullet. You can shoot or change, so it's the same as the last one. Okay, that's fine. It might be wise to memorize a different weak spot to make use of the case. Best time to use flashback, you have to trust your keen wits, which I have none of. You're able to use to agree to anyone using the truth flashback, and it's only effective when refuting points. More things for me to remember. Okay, well, judging that they brought that up, that means that obviously shower room is not what I'm doing. So, what did the killer want to do with the blood on their body? Maybe they simply washed it off. They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible. They didn't have to use the shower. What about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body. If they used something other than the shower, what did they do with the bloody wetsuit? Didn't even read what that said. It was too quick. As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet. This guy has an obsession with poo. Someone other than the killer moved the body. Maybe they were able to wash it off. Chiaki's opinion. What was her opinion again? What was Chiaki's opinion? Chiaki, maybe they should have washed it off. Nope. It wouldn't have been possible. You do shower, wetsuits, move the body. That one. So, bloody wetsuits. Still don't know what that says. He talks about his shit because he's a coprophiliac. Other way around, other than the killer. That's not a refute point. Red ones refute. So, other than the shower, so who's got red? Maybe somebody washed it off. They couldn't use the shower right. That one? Is that right? That didn't look like it was right. I'm guessing it is right. If they just needed to wash off the blood, they didn't necessarily have to use the shower. They could have gone swimming. It was Peku, wasn't it? It was Peko. They could have easily just used something else. Something other than the shower? Like what? Something other than the shower that was used to wash off the blood. It's possible that it was the sea. Oh wait! The drinks in the refrigerator. Oh okay, maybe it wasn't the sea. Maybe it wasn't Peko. The drinks inside the refrigerator. Couldn't the killer have used those to wash off the blood? And as I say, it might not be her. Why is she arguing this point? In theory, but that's impossible. Why? Try to remember the refrigerator carefully, and then you will understand that there's no possible way the drinks in the refrigerator were used. Okay, so trash can is the only thing there because it was full of the empty drinks, so pow, pow, pow. Cross swords. I don't know what it is. What's that? I don't know what I'm doing. We can't assume they used just one drink. We could have used a bunch of them to wash it off. Pow. Right, I think I've got that sorted. Maybe. Until the next time I have to do it, in case I've forgotten all over it again. No, there were water bottles inside that refrigerator. How many times do I have to tell you? There were no water bottles in there whatsoever. Yep, I think it was Peko. That was right after the incident, right? But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge. And the killer took all of those water bottles and used them to wash the blood off their body. So you're saying the water bottles were gone because they were all used? It's a logical fallacy. It's not a fallacy. There should have been evidence inside the trash can. Evidence like a lot of thrown away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki? Ah, you're right. Those bottles look like they may have been filled with water.
Well, now that you mention it, When I went to the beach house a few days ago, I feel like I drank one of those plastic water bottles.
Huh? You should have said so sooner.
Then the plastic water bottles that were used in place of the shower.
Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand explanation.
Hold on a sec. Now that I think about it, if they soaked their entire body with a bunch of plastic water bottles, if they did that, that person would be...
It seems you've realized what the killer is.
Huh?
See, just as I thought.
Hold on, you know who the killer is?
Is that true?
Let me ask, who might that be? If the killer used plastic water bottles to wash off the blood that splattered onto them, that killer, Mahiru's killer, must be someone among this... Thank you, Captain Obvious. Fucking hell. Right before I discovered Mahiru's body, I met...
Say, what kind of swimsuit do you think Miss Sonia will wear? Since she's a foreigner, how about a bikini?
Who are you calling flustered? Don't go making false accusations, you bastard.
That's a strange combo.
Hello. Today's another wonderful day. Well,
Isn't that Hyoko? My, how disappointing. I thought if I came here early, I'd be the first one to arrive. The only one that was wet was Peko.
Hey, sorry to keep you guys waiting.
Hajime and Kazuichi, why are you two here? It's to prevent sunburn. I do not want my skin to be damaged. Oh, why Peko? Is there a killer among us? I don't want it to be Peko. God damn it. Sorry, Peko. Peko, is it you?
hey, what are you being quiet for? They're accusing you of being the killer.
Then I should ask you this. Why do you believe I'm the killer? I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. Your appearance when you came to the diner. Hajime and Kazuichi, why are you two here? Hey,
Aren't you breathing pretty heavily?
I just did a little swimming. If the killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles, they'd have to drench their entire body. But there were no towels in the beach house, and it would have taken a while for the water to fully air dry. So you said you went swimming so you'd have a cover story.
Don't just stay silent. Say something.
Hold on, you bastard! You saw her at the diner. You never saw her any other beach house, right? So maybe she really was swimming.
No one even saw her swimming.
No, I saw her.
Huh?
I get the feeling that it was him and Peko that have come up with this. She's killed, but he's the one that's trying to cover for her. Because his sister has died. He's pissed off. He doesn't want to take over. He said, didn't he say he wanted his sister to take over the clan? He didn't want to do it. So he doesn't have anything to live for if his sister's dead or something along those lines. I don't know. So he's gotten Peko to do it for him. And now he's trying to cover for her. Don't know. We'll keep going. After I ran into you bastards at the diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home. So there's no doubt she would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house, see? Hold on. That's strange. Didn't you say this earlier? It's just a coincidence I passed by the diner. I didn't even pay attention to the beach house. I went straight back to the hotel after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time. You told me you didn't see anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that. Not so fast. It's too soon to decide she's the killer. We haven't established how the killer was able to leave the beach house.
Now that you mention it, you're right.
The roadside door was blocked, and if it's impossible to leave from the window, the beach house without leaving footprints, then how the fuck did the killer escape?
Why are you all fired up for you, Hiko? You're not the suspect. Peko is.
Who cares about that? Answer me. If you have an explanation, then show me what you got.
We might have an answer.
Huh? Do you really? This mystery seems unsolvable. Well, if Peko was the killer, then I might just have an answer to that mystery.
I see. Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house.
First, let's establish how the killer escaped.
The killer's escape route, I might know what it was. In fact, the only possible thing I can think of is that opening. The small window in the shower room. If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option, the only other thing I can think of is... well, nothing really, except that small window in the shower room.
Hey, don't you know how high that window is? There's no way Peko could have reached it. But what if, for instance, she got help from someone?
She might have reached it by riding someone's shoulders, but then that person would have been left behind. Is it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance?
And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like they threw it outside.
Of course not. That would violate the school trip rule. Yeah, no littering.
Littering is prohibited. Even if it might be evidence, rules are still rules.
You see, there's no way they'd be able to escape from that window.
No, they just have to use an object. Jackie, don't fall asleep on us. We just said they couldn't use an object. You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object.
I see. You don't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body. Huh? Peko was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where would she even hide an object? And if you say she hid it in a special place, I'll stab you in yours. No, but please don't be violent.
Her sword? Nothing I can think of. Even if the killer used an object to escape out the window, they wouldn't have been able to get rid of it. So the only thing I can think of, the killer must have hid somewhere. That was a generalization of what they said. If that's the case, no, maybe it was an object that they didn't have to hide. If so, I feel like I'm starting to see something. That's where the drugs are starting to kick in, probably. Okay, Hangman's Gambit. Okay.
3 hours later.
Jesus Christ. No. Don't like that. Don't like it at all. I preferred the first game's version. Peko, you carry that bamboo sword on your back at all times, right? If I recall correctly, you had it then too. She sure did. Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo sword. Oh, are you saying she used that bamboo sword to escape through the window? Yeah. Peko used that bamboo sword as a step stool and escaped out the window.
A sword as a step stool?
You see, I knew it. I knew it was a ninja. Didn't I tell you? A ninja could have climbed that easily. Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against the wall and use the handguard as a step stool. Wow, just look at Japanese ninja. Miss Sonia, ninjas only exist in Japan.
Well, it is a bamboo sword, but I'm sure a slender girl like Peko could easily use it to climb.
Well, Peko, do you have anything to say? Now then, time has come once again for the panic talk action. Let's talk a little bit about fever time and nega time. From this point on, you'll be able to use fever time by pressing the R1 button. Fever time is activated, the tempo will be pushed to its max, but that's not all you won't miss during fever time either. By pressing the X button when applicable, you can destroy your opponent's verbal assault, but only until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible use of your time. Of course, you're not the only one who can get the upper hand. There's something called nega time that your opponent can use too. If your opponent activates nega time, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit difficult to press the buttons in rhythm. So in that case, please time your rhythm not with your eyes, but with your ears and your passionate heart. If you can't clear it, you can always change the difficulty setting. I'm not going to tell them that they'll have to redo the class trial for that chapter if they do that. Hee hee hee. Well then, good luck and have fun.
Hold on a second, you bastard. You're saying she used her sword as a step stool and went out the fucking window? Then what about the sword? It would have been left in the shower room and she wouldn't have been able to have recovered it, damn ass.
Fuyuhiko, why do you even care?
Shut up! Just shut the fuck up and answer me. If you have an answer, then fucking give it to me. If she used a bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind.
Fuyuhiko, why? Why are you... I think I'm on the right track that he's the one that's asked her to deal with it.
1 eternity later.
Bamboo sword bag. I remember cocking that up the last time. I got it this time though. Oh, might have to be Peko.
If she used her bamboo sword as a step stool, she could have recovered it with her sword bag. When she leaned her sword against the wall to use as a step stool, she tied her sword bag to it. And after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled her bag up toward her, she would have been able to have recovered her bamboo sword.
I see. Not just the bamboo sword, but even the sword bag too. She used them both to escape. Akane said she's like a ninja, but it's nothing as silly as that. Simply put, only Peko could have performed this feat, an escape plan befitting of the ultimate swordswoman. Even so, how disappointing. If you'd only let me work with you, it would have been an even greater plan.
Ah, you just back off.
Is it true? Did you really kill Mahiru?
Hold on, you're just making assumptions. You don't have any proof. I won't accept this unless there's proof. Got it, you bastard?
It's fine.
Ah,
I said it's fine. Saying anything more would just be an exercise in futility.
she admitted it just now, right? She admitted she's Mahiru's killer, right? But is this right? Even though Fuyuhiko was the one arguing with us, Peko just admitted it so freely. Among flowers the cherry blossom, among men the samurai. I commend your decisiveness at least. Very well, if you admit it, this ends now. Let's cast our votes. Agreed. Hurry up and vote. Hold on. Let me confirm one thing first. Can it wait until after the voting? This is important and it relates to the voting. It's about Peko's motive. My motive? In the end, you had no connection to the events depicted in Twilight Syndrome murder case, right? Then, why did you kill Mahiru? So it's about that. Let's see, if I must answer that question, I must say it was for the sake of justice. Huh? Justice? In order to protect the justice of this world. Oh, she got the crazy eyes. Huh? I do not sully my hands to satisfy personal grudges. There is only one reason I kill. For the sake of protecting justice.
What are you saying?
Justice is what make humans human. It's a virtue that human beings should be proud of. Justice is the eternal sun and the enduring moon, the protective father and the smiling mother.
Hello, Earth to Peko?
If justice ever disappeared from this world, the world would immediately freeze and people's smiles would vanish. I will not allow that. It's fine, just stop it. Justice must always be there to guide us, to shine bright above our heads. I'm telling you to stop it! So I must fight. I must continue to fight to protect justice. Could she be? As the light of justice shines upon my mask, I expose the hearts of malevolent evil. Justice complete. Center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me, sparkling justice. Now then, let's execute the justice.
Whoa. What the fuck? Peko, what are you doing?
I am sparkling justice. In the name of sparkling, shining justice, I have come to deliver justice.
What's going on? What's this chill?
Blah 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 blah. Peko finally snapped.
Everyone, please be careful. Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who claims to be an ally of justice. Clad in her various hero masks, she is a serial killer who exclusively targets other criminals. She is supposed to be... but... huh?
An ally of justice. So that's why you're wearing a mask.
This mask is a dividing line. Just like various idols, the sun is revered because it lies just beyond your grasp. Justice should also be the same.
I don't get it, but this is becoming really crazy.
What? What the heck is this? Peko was the killer? Why is it turning out like this?
This is turning out to be a surprising turn of events. Hi, now's not the time for you to be sleeping. Take a look, it's the killer.
This again?
Huh? Sleep talking?
So what's your answer to my previous question? Why did you kill Mihiru? This world must always be bathed in the light of justice. I must not allow even one shadow. Evil must be eliminated immediately. No matter what, I must not overlook evil.
Evil? Are you saying the hero is...
If you knew about that incident, then you must have played the game, am I right? And because of that, I was able to find the killer's accomplice hiding on this island like a sewer rat.
Then, the reason you killed Mihiru was...
To protect the justice, of course. In order to protect the justice, I have become its merciless sword and executed justice.
Holy crap! She's such a stereotypical psychopath.
She's so gross.
Peko, is this your true identity? My true identity? I have already forgotten who I am. It just shows my determination. My determination to protect by throwing away what's most important. I am willing to become anybody to shower this world with justice. Love the little emojis in this.
I can't stand this anymore. Let's just end this farce already.
End it? He's right. We need to end this already. The killer. In the end, there's no mistake that it was Peko all along. Let's go over this incident one more time and then let's end this. Okay, closing arguments. Okay. What? Okay, so Bean, water, gummy bear, mask, put the envelope, put it in the thing there, battered over the head, dragged her in the closet. Wash yourself with the water bottles, so that goes there. Unconscious, no, so consciously runs away, climbs out, puts the gummy. Do they place the mask after she's dead? I don't know what that actually means. She's seen her eating the sweetie, so would that be that one there? A pretty anime girl mask. I don't know. Here? No? Where the hell does the mask go? Oh wait, yeah, never mind. Derp. Okay, envelopes go over this way. Her. That's all been done. That's all been done. This one here, and then she arrives, and then tie her rope and escapes out of the toilet. There. That's stock. Footprints in the sand, which would be that one. Her waking up, and that one there. Boom, done. The incident began this morning when Mihiru spoke to Hiyoko. Mihiru most likely played Twilight Syndrome Murder Case, the video game provided to us as a motive. She probably wanted to discuss it with someone else who also appeared in the game as a character. Hiyoko accepted Mihiru's invitation and they promised to have a more detailed conversation about it later. However, someone else overheard their exchange, the killer. The killer eavesdropped on their conversation and used their promise to devise a specific murder plan. By preparing a specific item, they planned to manipulate the two's actions. That item was the letters. They sent fake letters to both Mihiru and Hiyoko. The letter Mihiru received told her to come to the beach house at 2:30 PM. And the letter Hiyoko received told her to come to the beach house at exactly 2 PM. By providing different times, the killer was able to lure them to the beach house separately. Hiyoko totally trusted that letter, showed up at the beach house at 2 PM, just like it said, and was drugged into unconsciousness by the killer lying in wait. After putting Hiyoko to sleep, the killer immediately hid her inside the closet, so they could frame her as the killer later. At 2:30 p.m, Mahiru arrived at the beach house. She was completely unaware that she'd been targeted for murder. Approaching her from behind, the killer struck the defenseless Mahiru with a specific weapon, the metal bat that was left at the scene of the crime. The bat was brought down into the back of Mahiru's head, and with that, she took her last breath. According to Mikan's autopsy, Mahiru died instantly, so she probably never knew who killed her. With that, the killer achieved their goal of killing Mahiru and began to tamper with the crime scene. They dragged Mahiru's body so that it blocked the door leading to the road. It's a hella smile you got there. Also, the mask found at the scene of the crime was something the killer personally left. I'm not really sure why. I guess it's something similar to a calling card. That's how the crime scene we discovered was created. However, by moving Mahiru's body, the killer got blood splatter on them. Plus, the shower room had no water because it was out of order, so they couldn't wash it off. But the killer expected something like that to happen. Instead of the shower, the killer used something else to wash the blood off their body. They used plastic water bottles that were left inside the beach house refrigerator. We can assume they carried the bottles to the shower room before the sequence of events had happened. In place of showering, they washed the blood off their body with the water bottles instead. However, they had no choice but to dispose of the empty bottles in the beach house's trash can. Littering is against the rules, and it would have taken too much time to throw them away somewhere else. After the killer washed off the blood, they hid in a specific spot inside the closet Hiyoko was in. The killer hid inside the surfboard case that they had already emptied beforehand. After some time had passed, the sleeping drug used on Hiyoko wore off and she woke up. I can imagine how badly Hiyoko must have panicked when she came out of the closet. I mean, she had made plans to see Mahiru, who lay dead right in front of her. From the shock and panic of being considered a murder suspect, Hiyoko fled from the beach house. Because of that, she left footprints in the sand. Everything was a trap set by the killer to frame her. After Hiyoko left, the killer finally came out of the surfboard case and placed a gummy that they brought with them to shift their suspicion towards Hiyoko. Ironically, placing that gummy is what helped clear our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Finally, the killer began preparing to escape from the beach house. They couldn't risk leaving their footprints in the sand, so they escaped the beach house using a different route, a small window in the shower room. However, that window is rather high up and can't be reached easily, which is why the killer used the bamboo sword they always carry with them. The killer took the bamboo sword out of its bag, tied the bag to the sword's handle, and used the sword as a step stool to reach the small window while holding the sword bag in their hand. As long as they're able to reach the window, all they had to do was pull the bag to retrieve the sword. And so the killer left the beach house and appeared before us as if nothing had happened. But their wet hair and swimsuit didn't dry right away. There also weren't any towels at the beach house, so when the killer met up with us, they said they had been swimming for a while as an excuse. So how about it? This is the truth behind the incident you caused. Isn't that right, Peko Pekoyama? I see. And what of it?
She's like totally cool with it.
They haven't done anything to be ashamed of.
What are you saying? You killed Mahiru.
Wrong. I punished evil in the name of justice. It's no reason to condemn me.
Whatever. Let's hurry up and vote so we can freaking kill this weird crazy bitch.
There's no way you can kill me. Justice can never be killed. You should all know that as well. What are you saying? To protect what's most important to you, you must be prepared to throw away something equally important. Understand?
I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Then I shall be direct. Justice must carry on. In order to keep justice, to keep me alive, you all must give up your lives. Are you serious? It's not serious, it's justice. If I fall here, who will combat the evils of this world? Now, follow your hearts of justice that reside within you all, and save my life to protect justice. Hurry and carry on justice.
Give me a break. Who's gonna die for you?
If we let Peko go, we're all gonna get killed. For the sake of grand justice, a few sacrifices are unavoidable. A few sacrifices, that's... Don't worry, the justice that you give your life to protect will never go to waste.
I can't stand her anymore. Let's vote already and execute her.
However, before we do that...
Monokuma, the vote! Hurry up and let's vote already!
I'm awake. Ah, he finally woke up. I've heard your story. Well, I wasn't listening, but who cares? Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement.
Yeah, I still think he's asked her to do this, Fuyuhiko. I still think he's heavily involved in what's happened, but... Alas, it was Peko that did it. I swear to God, if it turns out that Gundam is the next one to die or be the killer... Pardon me, can we please have a little more time? Pardon me, can we have a little bit more time? Please let us continue our discussion.
Continue our discussion, but isn't the voting over?
Yes, but I cannot help feel strange. Something about this is definitely strange.
Huh?
Strange? What do you mean? There's no doubt that Peko is the killer.
That is true. However,
As a serial killer enthusiast, you're wondering if Peko is really sparkling justice, am I right?
Huh?
Hey, Miss Sonia isn't a serial killer enthusiast. She just has a little more passion about it than most. That makes her an enthusiast. Honestly, it felt strange to me too. I mean, there's a distinct difference between what we know about sparkling justice and Peko, right?
distinct difference?
You know, Sonia described sparkling justice like this.
Justice complete. The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me, sparkling justice. What the heck was that? That is Sparkling Justice's catchphrase. An unknown serial killer has a catchphrase. I read it in a magazine in a library. There has only ever been one person, a journalist, who has interviewed Sparkling Justice. The article was written in their native language, so I tried translating it. I see, so that's what it was. I think I've got the difference between the serial killer and Peko. Sonia said she tried translating it, which means the difference is nationality. That's right, according to what Sonia said. The article was written in their native language, so I tried to translate it. If she had to translate it, that means it wasn't written in English, right?
Huh?
Yes, the magazine I read was written in Spanish. So Sparkling Justice's catchphrase was no doubt written in Spanish as well. Which means the journalist and Sparkling Justice are both
From Spain?
What? All this time, I completely misunderstood. When I first heard about those serial killers, Genocide Jack and Sparkling Justice, I had just assumed both serial killers were from the same country. But that wasn't the case. If so, Peko, you're not Sparkling Justice. There's no way that's possible. Or if you insist that you're Sparkling Justice, can you try saying that catchphrase in Spanish? Would you be able to do that? It appears that the time has come for this mask to come off. However, that's perfectly fine. It's no longer necessary. And even if you find out now, it's too late for you all to do anything about it. My duty has already been finished. My duty as a tool has already been completed in full.
Huh? It looks like she's back to normal.
That mask has fulfilled its purpose, just as I have. What do you mean, fulfilled its purpose? Too late? What are you getting at? Now that you've already cast your votes, is what it means. Huh?
Aye, be clearer. We're asking you what your purpose was.
I have no purpose. I am just a mere tool. A tool? What do you mean?
She called herself a tool, which means someone else used her then.
Of course. A tool cannot do anything on its own.
I see. I finally understand. Well, I did have a sneaking suspicion all along.
What do you mean?
I mean, besides Peko and Hiyoko, someone else was also at the beach house.
Someone else?
There is proof that establishes that fact. Try to remember it.
The proof that there was one more person at the scene of the crime. Could it be what Nagito asked Monokuma about earlier? Which was the body discovery announcement. Are you talking about the body discovery announcement?
Yep, that's right. I mean, didn't Monokuma say so earlier? So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Geez, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
That announcement is what made it is made when at least 3 people discover a body. And in this particular case, the killer, Peko, is not one of those 3. If that's the case, it would mean only Hiyoko and Kazuichi discovered the body, but...
I see. Then that leaves one person short.
So that means there was one more person in the beach house.
Plus the fact that Monokuma tried to hide the truth from us by being flexible with his own rules. That's such a vital clue that it could alter the outcome of the trial. Like an accomplice, for example.
No, that's not it.
Huh? Am I wrong?
Yes, from your basic way of thinking about it, you are wrong. Didn't I tell you? I'm just a tool. That means I'm just a simple tool to be used by that person.
Huh? Therefore, that person would have the strongest motive out of anybody else here, right?
Fucking numbnuts here. Where are you, dickhead? There you are. Is it Fuyuhiko?
I see. Now I finally see the connection. The connection between the motive and the incident. But even if it is the motive, it's just a game, right? There's no reason to believe it's true. Would you call a game like that a strong motive?
No, the events that occurred in the game should have definitely occurred in real life. In order to show that off, Monokuma gave something that proves it to us. The photos, that thing there. I didn't think it was necessary to confirm it if it didn't have anything to do with Mihiru's murder, but there's no doubt that game was based on actual events. That much is clear if you saw the ending prize. The photos awarded for beating the game are not actual in-game screenshots. They're all actual photos with the surrounding scenery cropped out. You knew all along, Fuyuhiko, didn't you? You knew whether or not the first victim in the game was actually your little sister, right? Because whoever beat the game first and received the ending prize... Hey, what's that envelope? What's inside?
Shut up! What makes you think you have any right to question me?
Oh, of course, yeah, the envelope at the start, didn't he? It was the envelope, right? The person who received the ending prize. It was you, wasn't it?
If you were shown a photograph of your sister's dead body, you'd have no choice but to believe it. Even so, you wanted to deny the truth. That's why you sent those photos to Mihiru to confirm it.
Hell, why are we talking about Fuyuhiko? Who cares? Because Peko was the killer, right?
But we already voted. That's why I told you. You're all too late. As I said before, I exist as nothing more than a tool. I had no motive for killing Mihiru. No reason to kill. Not even the will to kill. I was simply used as a tool. As long as I am a tool, I cannot defy my orders.
Hey, what's going on? Can anyone give me a simpler explanation?
It means I am not the killer. True killer who used... Well, no, technically you are the killer. You weren't the one that gave the order, but you're the one who did the killing. The true killer who used me as their weapon to kill Mihiru Koizumi was Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu.
What? What the hell?
I see. That's what you were aiming for all along.
No, I have no aim. But my young master does. My young master planned this from the start.
Young master?
That is the truth of this case. I'm sure you realize it by now, but it's too late. You cannot undo the vote.
That's a problem.
But it's not, because she was the one that did the killing.
If Peko's allegation holds up, that means our vote was incorrect. In that case, the person who gets to live is...
Just me? That's nuts. No matter how you look at it, that's completely insane.
How would Pecco be a tool in the first place? Pecco is a legitimate human being.
It's not for you to decide. It's for Monokuma. The votes have been cast. All we can do now is wait and see what Monokuma decides. What the hell? I'm not happy about that. Fucking Fuyuhiko, dickhead. B, I don't care about points at this point because I just want to do the story. My voice is starting to give out. Cool.
I'm in a bind, and what a bind it is. I guess for now, let's take a quick recess. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Ahem. Although there were some twists and turns along the way, the one who killed Michiru Koizumi is...
Hold on a sec.
Okay, I'll wait. So sorry. I'm just hesitating.
There's no need to hesitate. No matter how you look at it, Pecco's the killer.
Why?
Why? Well, that's obvious. You're not a tool, you're a friggin' human being.
If I'm a human, then I'm not a tool. If that's what you're saying, you're wrong. Because you just don't know. You just don't know that there are people who only exist to be tools. People such as myself. Only exist to be tools. What does he mean, Fuyuhiko?
Pecco and I grew up together.
Are you two childhood friends, then? No, it's completely different than that. Right after I was born and abandoned by my parents, the Kuzuryu clan took me in. They gave me a reason to exist. I am to fulfill my duty as my young master's property.
Property, you say? It means she's a hitman arranged by my clan to work directly under me.
If my young master is attacked, I must defend him as his shield. If he intends to kill, I must be his sword. The baby with a katana. That is my only reason for living. Before I am human, I am my young master's tool, first and foremost. Until this body of mine can no longer move, I shall fulfill my duty until the very end.
But is that...
You were wrong. You are not a tool, Pecco. Because if you were a tool, then what was all that time we spent together? Nothing. Huh? I was ordered by my young master to behave, just as I was ordered to interact with you all. What? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. Right after we arrived on this island, that is what my young master ordered me to do.
That is why you were hiding your relationship, you mean?
It's not as if that started the moment we arrived on this island. Before that, my young master has always told me to hide our relationship. My young master loathes relying on his household's power. He even hates me, the tool given to him by his household. No matter what I am told, I am nothing but a tool for killing. If my young master intends to kill, it is only natural for me to act as his tool. Then the one who tried to kill Michiru wasn't you, it was... Fuyuhiko?
It is what it is. When I thought I beat that game, I was suddenly given these photographs. Damn it, I don't understand. Why is my sister in these photos? And she's covered in blood. What does it mean? Why can't I remember? How come I don't even know if my sister is dead?
You tried to confirm it with Michiru, and that's why you wanted to talk to her.
Yeah, I sent her the photo because I wanted to make sure she'd respond. But she never replied back to me. Not only that, she started avoiding me too.
I'm pretty sure Michiru was confused too. I mean, we all were. Before anyone played the game, we didn't even know this incident had happened. That's why, even if we were told that we were connected to it, there's no way we could accept it.
You know, when Michiru spoke to Ibuki, she mentioned something about this. Sorry, I actually have plans to go to the beach with everyone. Wait, huh? You're not gonna go, Michiru? If you want to talk about it, it'd be totally fine.
What was...
It's pretty important, so, you know, it'd be troubling to involve the others.
You sound pretty serious.
Serious or not, I can't really do anything about it on my own, so I wanted someone to think about it with me. If I need to make amends, I would, but I don't even know how.
That definitely sounds serious. I can cancel my beach plans for you.
No, it's fine. It's important that everyone get along anyways. Just tell them I'm not feeling well. Plus, it doesn't have to be today. There's always tomorrow.
She wanted to discuss how to make amends, but Hyoko was the only one who accepted her invitation.
I should have gone too. But it was rather convenient for you, wasn't it, for you, Hiko? If you could make use of their plan to meet each other alone, you could easily lure Mahiru into a trap, right? By calling both of them to the beach house, you were able to pin the blame on Hyoko.
Seriously, what the heck? An eye for an eye. That's the world I live in. My little sister was murdered. If the reason that happened was because of some person here, I have no choice but to kill that person on my sister's behalf, right?
And so, my young master thought of a plan and executed it.
I wanted to use a bat as the murder weapon, because in the game that's what was used to kill Girl E. For revenge. Clubbing the person to death the same way my sister was killed just seemed to make sense. Even if it ruined my disguise, it was the only thing I could do to avenge my sister.
So that's why you killed Mahiru with the bat?
But still, I believed her up until the very last minute that the game was a work of fiction. But even so, that bitch...
Hey, if that game is actually real, are you the one who killed Girl E?
Hey, I don't want to hear about that.
The fact that your sister was killed is terrible. It's unfortunate, but you shouldn't have killed that girl.
Who cares about that? Just answer me. What do you know about that game?
You had no right to do that. Nobody has the right to judge others for their crimes. Revenge is just wrong.
Want me to be honest? This whole time I was acting like a coward. Even after I called over my hero, I was still trying to find an excuse to not go through with the plan. But after she said that to me, all went out the window. I got really pissed off and grabbed the metal bat that I hid under the bench. But at that moment,
young master called for me and made me kill Mahiru.
Huh?
Young master, I am finished.
Are you saying that you killed because you were ordered to?
A tool is not defined by its will, but by its actions.
I don't get this at all.
Well, of course you don't understand, because humans are completely different from one another. Everyone's birthplace and upbringing is different. It's obviously impossible for them to understand each other. So everyone just pretends to understand, and pretends to be understood.
Hey, you're too annoying. Can you just be quiet?
Okie dokie, I'll be quiet.
Afterward, just as my young master planned, I proceeded to tamper with the scene of the crime. However, I also considered the possibility of being found out. So in order to get you guys to make the wrong choice, I decided to make use of that serial killer story.
You insisted you were sparkling justice in order to make us hasten our votes?
So we fell for it. We fell for a trick all alone.
That's right. You guys have made the wrong decision.
Well, clearly we haven't, because...
You voted me, a mere tool, as the killer, unaware that my young master was the true killer.
Hold on. Don't act like our loss has been decided yet.
No, it should be decided already. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
I'll admit, all this talk about Peko being a tool sounds pretty persuasive. When you approach it from various angles, it makes sense that for you Hiko is actually the true killer.
Hold on. I'm telling you to hold on.
I see. So for Peko, Fuyuhiko himself is your true hope then. On his behalf, you killed Mahiru, and now you're trying to sacrifice us so you can protect him. You would only go that far because he's your one and only hope. Wrong. I have no hope. I am just... a tool.
Well, even if we ask her, she'll probably just play dumb anyway. So I'm going to ask someone else. Hey, Fuyuhiko, what do you think?
About what?
Is Peko just a tool to you? Using that tool, surviving by sacrificing Peko and the rest of us. Is that your hope?
Oh, hold on. What's the use of asking something like that?
Huh? You seem distressed. A mere tool doesn't panic like that, right? Peko, be honest. Are you trying to protect Fuyuhiko of your own free will?
Fuyuhiko, can you tell the truth? The fact that she killed you on your behalf, the fact that she lied to us by acting like the killer, are those all things you ordered her to do? Is that the truth?
Fuyuhiko? I know you hate our guts, but if you listen to Peko, we're all gonna die.
Young master, you just have to tell the truth. I was only following your orders. You just have to tell them that. Fuyuhiko, you mentioned this before, but...
In this kind of situation, interacting with others will just shorten your lifespan. Those idiots, Byakuya and Teru are proof of that. Plus, it'd be frustrating as hell to be held back by affection when it's my time to kill.
You're still saying that?
Of course, I'll sacrifice the lives of everyone here if it guarantees my survival.
You don't really feel that way, right? You're not that kind of person. Because if you were, you wouldn't be hesitating like you are now, right? There's no need to hesitate, young master. Please, just tell them the truth. Young master, you were the one who ordered me. I just did as I was told because I am a tool.
Fuyuhiko, this could be considered your ultimate choice. Regardless, either way you'll still lose Peko, but if you insist you're the killer just as she said, you could sacrifice us and survive alone. Or would you rather reject Peko and fight alongside us against despair? Which one will be your hope? Let's hear what you have to say.
Young master, I am finished.
You! What the hell did you do? You already know, right? What's going to happen after you kill someone?
I did it because I know. There is no way I can let that happen to you.
Hey, Peko, do you remember what I told you when we first arrived on this island? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. You need to run, got it? Just let me take the fall so you can get away.
Young master, that is impossible.
Shut up! I'm ordering you not to worry about me.
There is no way I cannot worry about you. I am my young master's tool. A tool to protect my young master. Without an owner, a tool serves no purpose.
God damn it, we are done with that crap. Why won't you listen to what I'm saying?
Regardless, I will not flee. Besides, I'm fairly certain they'll discover the truth soon enough.
Then, where did you...
I have a plan.
Huh? A plan?
Please do not worry. I promise I will keep my young master alive and return him safely home.
Hey, you idiot! What do you intend to do?
I intend to fulfill my duty as your tool. Now please go. Hiyoko will be waking up soon. After you leave, I must block the door to the road with Mihiro's body. Hurry.
Damn it! You better run away, got it? Just forget about me. Forget about the Kuzuryu clan. You better escape.
So how about it for you, Hiku? Please, tell me the truth.
I'm sorry, Peko. I guess I couldn't go through with it after all.
Young master.
'Cause if that's actually what I have to do to survive, I just feel ashamed of myself. It means I can't live without depending on something. I just feel disgusted with myself. And if I admit that, it means you really are just a tool to me. How many times did I tell you, I don't want a tool given to me by the Kuzuryu clan?
Young master.
Oh my! So this is how it turned out. And here I thought it'd be more brutal and heartless. Man, how disappointing. Which means everything happened thanks to her meddlesome actions. There's no way a human that meddlesome could ever be considered a tool.
Monokuma, you knew all along, didn't you? You knew about what Peko and Fuyuhiko discussed. Well, it's obvious now. I mean, that's why you have surveillance cameras. You were just having fun, huh?
Man, even if it was an act of desperation, Peko's claim was surprisingly interesting. You're actually the first to try and influence the outcome of a trial like that. But too bad, you're definitely the killer. Peko, the tool with a heart, is the killer.
Peko, I'm sorry I couldn't fulfill your request. Even though you did all that to provide me the chance to survive. But I
had a feeling it would turn out like this.
Huh?
Young master, you have a kind heart despite being a Yakuza. That's why you question your position and constantly worry about it. For you to sacrifice someone else just to escape by yourself, I believed you wouldn't accept that so easily. We've been together ever since we were children. Even a tool would understand that.
So then, why?
Even so, I wanted you to escape. I wanted to protect you.
Peko.
I am terribly sorry I will not be able to serve by your side until the very end, young master. Goodbye. And I'm sorry for what I've done to you all too. It may be a selfish request, but please forgive my young master. And please do not cause a senseless killing such as this ever again. Of course.
Peko.
That will do, Monokuma. Why don't you start it already? Just so you know, I will never feel despair. As long as I am a tool, I am fully prepared to die.
So cool. But will you be able to maintain that composure until the very end? People who act as proud as you always shed tears of despair in the end. Now then, let's begin.
Young Master Fuyuhiko, please permit me to make one final selfish request.
Didn't I tell you not to call me young master?
I want you to remember the tool Peko Peko Yama who used to stand beside you. I would like it if you remembered that. That's it.
How many times do you have to keep? I don't need any tools.
You did say that.
Then let's begin. The punishment time brimming with despair.
Jeez, why don't you get it yet?
This time for the ultimate swordswoman, Peko Peko Yama.
You stayed by my side all this time. Why don't you get it?
I've prepared a special punishment for you.
I never needed a sword or a shield. I never needed a tool. So, you didn't need to become a tool.
Let's give it everything we've got.
You just needed to be yourself. I never wanted a tool. I just wanted you. Only you.
Young Master?
Why? Why couldn't you understand? We've always been together, ever since we were kids.
Let's go. It's punishment time.
Please, Peko, don't go. I need you. Don't leave me.
Young Master? Young Master? Okay, how's this gonna happen then? Game over. Peko has been found guilty. What a fucking bullock that was. Okay, she's gonna be assaulted by lots of swords. It certainly looks like it. What is going on? Oh, puppets. Voodoo, one woman army. Okay. How's this gonna end then? Okay. Well, that's we're down one more. Ah! This cannot be even. Oh wait, did he die with her? Oh, I thought that was just a dummy or some kind. Then again, the first game had a death that wasn't a death. No, it was a death, but it was no. Never fucking mind. I'm making stuff up now. This is bad. This shouldn't be allowed. People dying so easily, falling like dominoes. You bastard! What is this? This can't be. This is a lie, right? Peko! Fuyuhiko! For heaven's sake, this is just the worst. Jeez, what a waste. This conclusion, what a waste. This is why she should have just discussed it with me. It was supposed to be a clash between two hopes, but it was crushed into something so unpalatable. You're still talking about that? The hell's wrong with you? Aren't you pissed that two of your friends got killed? I am pissed. I even feel sad and hopeless.
But still, it's going to be alright. This despair is worthless. Even this despair is just a ladder to a bright, shining future that awaits us. The higher the ladder, the brighter we can shine. That is the unmistakable truth.
Calling me a ladder, huh? You say some pretty interesting things. In a way, your misguided thoughts of what hope should be remind me of him.
I don't really understand what you're saying. Anyway, I shall make a declaration. We will definitely destroy you. The hopes of all the ultimates here will definitely, completely, utterly destroy you. There won't even be a strand of cotton left when we're done with you. That's your future.
How much longer are you planning to say such stupid things? Don't you understand? Even Fuyuhiko died, you know?
Not yet. He's still alive.
What?
Everyone, Fuyuhiko is still alive.
Are you serious? Fuyuhiko!
Frantically, we rushed over to Fuyuhiko's side.
He's still breathing.
Is he going to be okay?
Do something.
Wait, no, Kazuichi.
Do something. Hey, you need to save him. Hey.
I'm trying. But his blood, he won't stop bleeding out. His pulse is getting weaker.
Can't you do anything about it? Oh, damn it.
Well, serves him right. Were you filled with hope at the thought of saving her yourself? That's why you ended up like that. What are you so laid back about? You need to hurry up and save him. Huh? A surprise order? Why do I have to burn my precious calories just to save some Yakuza scum? It's your duty to save him. Duty? 'Cause he's written in the school trip rules.
It is? Oh, they alone will be executed.
If only the Blacken gets executed, then Fuyuhiko shouldn't be allowed to be executed. Well, if I could, I would do something about it right now. But since my magic stick was taken away, I'm practically powerless. But you should be able to do it. Geez, I guess I have no choice. Well, there's no way I can violate a rule, even if it is me. Fine then, I'll save him.
Really?
I was going to do it all along, so I've already prepared for this. Huh? Prepared?
And that's when it happened. A siren began ringing from out of nowhere, and gradually grew closer and closer.
How, an ambulance? Just leave the rest to me, Dr. Killgood. Dr. Killgood, you've already killed your patients. We gotta get this patient to the Monokuma Hospital ER and get him under 24-hour observation. Stat! So, I'll see you later.
And after they said that, the ambulance containing Monokuma and Fuyuhiko vanished from our sight.
Is this really gonna be okay to leave us to Monokuma?
It can't be helped. It's not like there was any other way.
He's gonna be fine. He's probably gonna get better and come back to us again.
You're right. He's definitely gonna come back and talk a lot of smack as if nothing happened. Then, all we can do is wait.
Why do we have to wait for him? I mean, he caused Mihiru's death, you know.
However, we must put aside that, since Pekka has already been punished, or else we will not be able to advance forward. There are no second chances in life. We cannot return to what has already transpired. There is no other way than to move forward, like an arrow of light piercing through the darkness.
I guess. Things aren't as exciting if a shit stirrer like him ain't around.
I didn't realise it, but I was wishing for that too. From the bottom of my heart, I really wanted him to return. Fuyuhiko! I don't want anyone else to be a sacrifice. And so the class trial ended, but we still can't see the real ending that we really want yet. When that finally arrives, what will have happened to us by then? No matter where I look, no matter what possibilities I look for, I can't see our future, not even a speck. As if we were in a boat floating unreliably in a vast dark sea. We were just left there, alone. Only one word could explain our situation. Despair. We couldn't find a more suitable word than that. Okay. 15 days left.
You guys can see it, right? You can see this countdown too. 4 people are already gone. We took our time preparing the hope fragments, but now we're no longer able to gather them. Honestly, I'm not so sure anymore. Whether it's better if we let them leave this island, or if we shouldn't let them escape. For those kids, which option is hope and which is despair? But I guess there's no time to hesitate. If this countdown reaches 0, that guy will probably take over our plan's final stage as well.
That guy.
What lies beyond that is the final resurrection of ultimate despair.
The resurrection of the ultimate despair. Oh, is she in this game?
And the continuation of the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That cannot be allowed. We must prevent that by any means necessary. Even if we have to pay the ultimate price, I will definitely prevent it by any means. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope.
Okay. Chapter 2, Sea and Punishment, Sins and Coconuts End. And with that, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, always keep it light, keep it heavy. And I will see you all in the next video.